Ever wondered why, after a long, stressful week, intimacy is the last thing on your mind? The connection between stress and our sexual desires is more intricate than you might think. Hello everyone. Welcome back to Health Literacy Square channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that touches many of us but is rarely discussed openly: the intricate relationship between stress and our sexual desires. While we all know stress can give us sleepless nights or make us snap at minor annoyances, did you know it can also shape our intimate lives? From the hormones racing in our bloodstream, the whirlwind of thoughts and emotions in our minds, to the very tangible aches and pains in our bodies, stress weaves its way into our most personal moments. Join us as we unravel the 3 key pathways through which stress impacts our sexual desire and find out what we can do about it. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more educational content every week. 1. The hormonal pathway. When we discuss the effects of stress on our bodies, we're diving into how we react to challenges or threats. This reaction is what many know as the fight or flight response. Central to this reaction are our hormones, especially cortisol. Now, when we're stressed, our adrenal glands, which sit just above our kidneys, release this cortisol hormone. What does cortisol do? It gets our body ready to tackle the stress. It boosts the sugar in our blood, helps our brain use that sugar, and makes sure we have materials ready to fix any tissue damage. At the same time, it tells our body to pause some functions that aren't immediately needed, like digestion, reproduction, and even our immune response. But let's talk about another hormone, testosterone. Many know it as the male sex hormone. It's crucial for developing male reproductive parts and for features like body hair and muscle growth. And importantly, testosterone is a big player in our sexual desire or libido. Here's where it gets interesting. Research tells us that cortisol and testosterone are like 2 ends of a seesaw. When one goes up, the other goes down. So, when we're super stressed and cortisol is high, testosterone takes a dip. Think about it: if you were facing an immediate threat, like a wild animal, your body's priority wouldn't be reproduction, it would be survival. So, it makes sense that our body would shift its focus away from reproductive tasks. But the challenge we face today is different. Many of us are under constant stress, whether from work, personal relationships, money worries, or other life pressures. This constant stress means our cortisol is always high, pushing our testosterone consistently low. And over time, this can dim our sexual desire. For men, this long-term dip in testosterone can even make it hard to achieve or maintain an erection. 2. The mental and emotional pathway. The second way stress impacts us is through our mental and emotional well-being. You see, stress isn't just about how our body reacts, it deeply affects our mind and emotions. Our brain is the epicenter of our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, and stress can sway these in ways that directly touch our sexual desires. Imagine your mind being weighed down by endless thoughts, constant worries, or going over the same thing again and again. This is what we call mental strain. On the other hand, emotional strain paints our feelings with shades of sadness, frustration, anger, or even hopelessness. And where do these strains come from? The culprits can be many: the pressure at work, money troubles, issues in relationships, health worries, or even past traumatic experiences. Now, there's a part of our brain called the amygdala, which is like the control center for our emotions. When we're stressed, the amygdala goes into overdrive. It's like turning up the volume on our emotional reactions while dimming our ability to think clearly. But there's more. Chronic stress puts a damper on another part of our brain, the prefrontal cortex. This area is like our command center for making decisions, controlling impulses, and regulating emotions. When it's not working at its best, we struggle to handle and process our feelings. With all these mental and emotional whirlwinds, it's no surprise that a stressed mind finds it hard to focus on intimacy. It's like trying to tune into a radio station amidst a lot of static. And if this emotional roller coaster continues, it can lead to a complete burnout. In this state, everything feels overwhelming, and the idea of engaging in any activity, let alone intimacy, feels like a mountain too high to climb. 3. The physical pathway. The third way stress touches our lives is through its physical effects. While we often think of stress as something that troubles our mind or emotions, it leaves very real marks on our bodies. These physical changes can, in turn, shape our sexual desires and how we function intimately. We've already discussed how our body jumps into action with the fight or flight response when faced with stress. Our heart races, our breath quickens, our muscles tighten, and we're flooded with energy, ready to face the challenge. But what happens when the stress doesn't let up? When our body is constantly on high alert? Over time, this continuous state of readiness takes a toll on our body, a phenomenon known as allostatic load. Let's break down the physical signs of this long-term stress. Sleep disturbances, ever tossed and turned all night, unable to drift off? Chronic stress can rob us of restful sleep, making it hard to fall asleep, stay asleep, or even get that deep, rejuvenating sleep we all crave. Weight fluctuations, ever found yourself stress eating a whole tub of ice cream or, conversely, losing your appetite entirely? Stress can mess with our eating habits, leading to weight gain or loss. And these changes can influence how we feel about our bodies, affecting our confidence in intimate moments. Muscle tension and pain, that nagging headache or the constant tension in your shoulders. Persistent stress keeps our muscles on edge, leading to discomfort and pain. Digestive issues, ever felt butterflies in your stomach when nervous? Prolonged stress can take it a step further, causing stomach upsets, cramps, and even constipation or diarrhea. All these physical effects of stress can dim our sexual desires. When our body is constantly battling stress, it's hard to find the energy or inclination for intimacy. As we've unraveled the ways stress influences our intimate desires, remember that understanding is the first step to healing. By recognizing the ways stress touches our lives, we can better navigate our relationships and reclaim the passion that life's pressures might have dimmed. But what's next? Stay tuned for our upcoming video where we'll dive into actionable steps to manage stress, reignite passion, and foster healthier relationships. Your journey to a more connected and fulfilling life is just beginning. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more content that helps you navigate life's challenges. Want to dive deeper? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below, and let's create a community where we support and learn from one another. And if you think someone you know could benefit from this video, be sure to share it with them. Together, we can make a difference.